My sister says I betrayed her, but she doesn't know the full story. She doesn't know what I uncovered, or why I'll never forgive her. Some secrets are too heavy to ever come back from. For my 30th birthday, my family packed their bags, boarded a plane, and flew to Tahiti, without me. I didn't even know about it until I logged onto Facebook. And there it was, staring me in the face, a picture-perfect post that read, "A wonderful day for a wonderful family." I typed one word, "Why?" It took less than a minute for my dad to respond. His reply? "We didn't want to waste our time on a clown." I remember just sitting there, my jaw tightening, the silence in the room stretching so long it felt like it might choke me. Then, without even thinking, I smiled and wrote back, "Surprise waiting for you." And I meant it. That was the exact second I made my decision. 2 weeks later, the house was filled with screams, my sister's voice breaking, my mother sobbing, and my father on his knees, begging, "We're family, please." But let me rewind. Because the truth is, turning 30 wasn't supposed to feel like this. It wasn't about wrinkles or candles or some cliché midlife crisis. It was about realizing, really realizing, that maybe I never mattered to the people who were supposed to matter most to me. That morning started off deceptively sweet. I woke up early to the smell of something burning. Emily, my wife, was in the kitchen, wrestling with pancakes that looked more like blobs than circles. Our son, Noah, came running into the bedroom, clutching a crumpled card he'd made at school. Dinosaurs and superheroes sketched in marker, because that's still what I was to him. His hero. His dad. I hugged him tighter than usual, burying my face in his hair, letting myself breathe him in like I could freeze that moment. We sat at the table, eating misshapen pancakes, laughing as the syrup stuck to our fingers. For a brief moment, I convinced myself it was enough. That maybe a small, quiet birthday with just the two people who truly loved me was all I needed. But then came the silence. No calls. No texts. Nothing from my mom. Nothing from my dad. Nothing from Olivia, my sister. The same sister I practically raised when our parents gave up halfway through raising me. Emily kept trying to distract me, throwing out bits of conversation, smiling too wide, asking if I wanted more coffee. I brushed her off. Pretended not to notice the weight of what wasn't happening. Deep down, I still made excuses for them. Maybe they had a surprise planned. Maybe the time zones threw them off. Maybe they'd call later. But after lunch, I couldn't ignore it anymore. I opened Facebook. And there it was. A sun-drenched beach, palm trees swaying, water so blue it almost hurt to look at. My whole family was there. Everyone. Even Uncle Rob, who lives 6 states away and never travels. They were all grinning, tan, carefree. The caption? "A wonderful day for a wonderful family." For a second, my brain tried to trick me. Maybe it was an old photo. Maybe it was a memory. But no. It had been posted just 11 minutes ago. Fresh. Live. And definitely not including me. My stomach dropped so hard I thought I might throw up. I stared at the screen, waiting for something, anything, that made sense. Against my better judgment, I typed it, "Why?" And my father, my own father, didn't even hesitate. His words landed like a knife, "We didn't want to waste time on the clown." I didn't cry. I didn't rage. I just smiled. Because in that moment, everything clicked. No more second-guessing where I stood with them. No more pretending they loved me deep down. No more lies. I typed my final